Hi, welcome to Game Creation, and by the end of this video today you will have been able to package your game together, to send it to someone to test, to play, to do whatever you want with. Now you might be thinking, well hang on, we've got tomorrow's video as well. There are two methods for doing this, and we're going to do the first method today and the other method tomorrow. The benefit of today's method is it's nice and easy, it's really simple to do, but there are downsides which you'll see today and you'll see tomorrow when we do the second method. So let's get started. So I'm using the same project as we've used yesterday, and whenever we've run the project before, we've always gone to run application, but to build a project we just go to file, build, and then application. Okay, I'm just going to save it into the project, current project, save, and you'll see that it's saved into our current project. If I double click on it, it runs perfectly. But if I drag it to a different file on my computer, so copy here, and let's just drag that across, you'll see that it doesn't work at all. And the reason for that is that when it's in the current application folder, it's reading the assets. So it's looking for the assets folder, it finds it, and then it's looking for the array and everything else. Here it's looking for an assets folder and it's come up blank. So it's not showing any of the tiles in the background because they're loaded from that array in the assets folder. So that's going to be a problem. So we're going to send it to someone and they could be like, yeah, it's a bit of a grassy game. So what we do instead, or as well as, is we actually create an install program. So you must create the application first, then you create an install program. And there's loads of stuff in this install program, but the main things, I think I've already done them, the main things are in the files. And I'm just going to remove these so I can show you adding them. So this is the one that's automatically there, and that's the one we created when we did a build application. And we just need to add the assets. So we're adding the array, adding the font, and we're adding the text file. And everything in your game you're going to have to remember to add to this in the install file, which, you should just remember to do maybe, or just do it at the end and just go through your entire assets folder. And that's why just make sure I keep it in a folder so it's all nice and organised and just work my way down it. There's all sorts of other lovely stuff like having an icon and whatever, but I'm not interested in going through that today. So then we build the install program then. And I'm just going to put in the current project named install. Sounds good. Get that done, and it shouldn't take too long. There we are, all done. And so now we've got our install program. Now what the install program do, like basically it's storing the 4 files, the game file and then the 3 files in the assets, and it's just getting ready to move it to the right places on the person's computer. And so when you click on install, all it's doing, first of all checks with me to see whether I want to install. All it's doing is it's going to just check that the person wants to install. I'm just going to move this out of the way a second. If I can, there we are, copy that. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to paste in the link that I want it to be put into. There we go. And I'm going to make sure it's not the same as the application folder. I'm going to use the same folder as I used here because that didn't work before. We shall see whether it works now. Click next. Yes, I want to create this new RPG folder. That sounds good to me. Start, and then it's done. It's only 4 files, so it should be fine. So if I go to this other directory, and this could be any directory on my computer, it could be the C drive or whatever, click on RPG and then click on the exe file, and how easy is that? It works perfectly. So all that install file is it's a single file, which is important because when you're emailing someone you don't want to email them 4 different files for your game. It's a single file, which is nice, and what it does is it just transfers the entire everything, these 2 as well, like everything in there. But what it also does is it has an uninstall .exe, which people like, and all that does is just removes those 4 files there. When your games start getting really advanced, you have .dll files and all sorts of things on the Windows machine to enact drivers and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So the uninstall is actually really useful for games that store files elsewhere in the system folder, like all over the computer, to help the game run or the application run. But with our game, they're so basic that we don't do that, but you might. So that's how easy it is to install the game and to make sure we've got those assets in there. It really is not difficult, as you can see. And as long as you get in good habits, make sure all of your assets are stored neatly. It's very, very simple to do, because all you need to do is just work your way down the list, check that all the assets are there, and then just send the install file. So we're going to be moving on to the second approach, the more complicated, but arguably the better. Well, I'll let you be the judge tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to see more from us, please click subscribe. We release videos every single weekday at 7 PM UK time. Thank you.